And Mike, there is no shortage of energy here at Energy Solutions Arena. The Utah Jazz up 20-11 early on Houston. Here are the big stories early in this game. Dikembe Mutombo, 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes. He's gone to the bench. Chuck Hayes is in. Tracy McGrady with 8 of Houston's 11 points, but maybe the most important factor is that Carlos Boozer, Hubie, is off to a good start tonight for the Jazz.
Well, I like their game plan. He attacked Mutombo off the dribble from the foul line down, picked up 2 fouls on Mutombo. Now, that has cut down on the defensive rebounding. Consequently, the Utah Jazz have 9-0 in second chance points.
Rafer Alston misses the 3. He has been terrific shooting the ball
Of his first quarter. That is the 11th point on the offensive second chance court for Utah.
Carlos Boozer coming under fire locally from the media here in Salt Lake City for not playing as well as he's capable of in this series. 7 points, 5 rebounds already in the quarter for Carlos Boozer. For those of you on ESPN Classic, we'll take you back to your original programming. The game will continue on ESPN. The Jazz up 11 on the Rockets in the first quarter here in Salt Lake.
Gotta stay with it. This is the best they're going to play right now. This is the best they're going to throw at you right now. Come on now.
Rick Adelman talking to his Houston Rockets.
The second shots, it's now 11-2 in second chance points. The old story, at playoff time, can you take care of your defensive board? That is the #1 priority.
Here's Tracy McGrady, public enemy #1 in Salt Lake City. Misses the free throw. 8 early points from McGrady. As you well know, if you're any kind of a fan of the NBA, McGrady has not been out of the first round of the playoffs in his career. 0-6, very good numbers in this series as he makes 1 of 2. McGrady's best game was in Game 5. He struggled in the fourth quarter of Games 1 and 2.
Well, he's scoring a lot of points, 24 a game, but he's not shooting well. 41% from the field and only 18% in threes.
McGrady with a block on Kirilenko, a fresh.
Houston has been able to cut down the cutter from the top of the circle or the offside cutter when they throw into the post.
Another steal by Brewer.
Oh, beautiful. A great hesitation on his elevation and allowed that Battier to go right past him.
No, it wasn't so much Dikembe. The weak side helped by the Rockets has been very good. But he said, you know what, in that 5th game, in the second half, I really started to figure out the defense. So look for me to come out strong tonight, and so far he has.
Lisa Rafer Alston coming out strong on that move with a teardrop and draws the foul. The Rockets, a team, Hubie, they survived injuries to McGrady, and Yao had the big winning streak, lost the first 2 at home in this series. They're a pretty resilient bunch. They're not just going to roll over.
No, they're not. They have a primetime scorer in McGrady. Rafer Alston and Battier are both shooting up over 48% in three-point shooting.
Who checked in moments ago, comes down with a rebound. He has been a force at times in this series.
He's an unsung hero along with Scola. They have rebounded, scored the ball, and have done an excellent job in taking the pressure off once Mutombo leaves the game.
McGrady fouled by Kirilenko as we check out the NBA calendar. Play Sunday on ABC. It's another playoff doubleheader. Coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern Time, and I believe we can now say with certainty that at 1 o'clock on ABC, you will see Game 7 between the Boston Celtics and the Atlanta Hawks. That game will take place on Sunday. I'm told now time still to be determined, but there will be a Game 7 between the Celtics and Hawks. McGrady and the Rockets hopeful there will be a Game 7 between the Rockets and Jazz back in Houston. That's if Houston can pull out a road win here tonight.
Well, Houston's looking good right now. They've weathered the major storm. As long as they can hold them to 1 shot, everything will take care of itself.
And a Utah turnover, and McGrady is fouled. 1 on 3. Is it Harpering or Millsap? Crowd does not like the call.
Now he's running down on the right side of the floor. Had a foul before the ball bounced off the leg.
So a break for the Rockets, although McGrady misses the first free throw, but it goes on Harpering his first. McGrady continues to struggle at the line in this series.
during the season, you know, he had 5 foul shot attempts a game. He only shot 68%. In this series, he's getting to the line 7. He's only shooting 60. So it's not out of character that he's missing.
An 8-1 run for the Rockets. Remember, Mutombo went to the bench with 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game. Boozer has had a good first quarter. Remains in there. About a 6-second difference. Game clock and shot clock. Kirilenko for 3. What an X factor he can be. Alston off to Landry, and it's swatted away as the quarter comes to a close. For Utah, outstanding shooter, but only 3 out of 15 from beyond the arc in this series. So he takes his man down in the post, finds Millsap, who lays it in.
Now we're telling you about that offside cutter. There it was again. Ball goes into the post. It came from the wing right down inside, another layup.
The Jazz, the best home team in the NBA during the regular season, 37-4, but one of the 4 losses was to Houston. And again, Houston's already won 1 game on this floor in this series. Jackson, nowhere to go. Stepped out of bounds.
Well, the defense on the ball has been terrific.
Rockets, you would figure, would not be intimidated at all playing on this court, but they've got some work to do here tonight.
Well, they've taken a heavy barrage right now. The main thing for them is just not to panic. I like this, posting up. Right now, Korver's got to take advantage. No double teaming here.
Kyle Korver, post player for the Utah Jazz.
Well, they've hurt Houston by slicing. They call that the UCLA cut. They pass to the wing, they go right down inside, and they post you on that left-hand box. Tracy McGrady. The rest of these people have got to get in sync.
And the rest of the people right now are Luther Head, Carl Landry, and Bobby Jackson. The Jazz turn it right back over to the Rockets, who have numbers. And McGrady won't get the finish, but does draw the foul.
I like the fact that in the transition defense, Korver attacked and went right for the shot block. Pushed McGrady off so that he could not get closer to the rim. Now just watch Korver. See, he's right up there, and he's going to make sure that he cannot finish that shot.
McGrady with 12 of Houston's 22 so far tonight. And over the course of his career, you can look at some of the top scorers in NBA playoff history. Michael Jordan first, Allen Iverson second, Jerry West third, Tracy McGrady fourth, LeBron James is fifth. Yet McGrady has never been out of the first round, 0-6. 1 with Toronto, 3 with Orlando, 2 with Houston. Scola got a piece of that shot attempt by Harper. Luis Scola got better and better the entire season and has been outstanding in this playoff series as he comes up with the offensive rebound.
Now, Scola is just a battler. He's a guy that hits all of the stat numbers, hustle points, and then he can score. One-on-one, he has that beautiful baby hook in the lane.
6 tonight, averaging almost 14 points per game and better than 9 rebounds per game in this series. Millsap looking for his offense tonight.
In the early going, they're getting nothing out of that splitting in the offense. But what's happening is the man who catches the pass is turning, and then he is making it happen in a one-on-one situation. He is scoring. That is the problem that has to be rectified here if you're going to stop them from scoring.
The foul on Landry. Visit NBA.com, or you can jump right into the 2008 playoffs now at NBAStore.com. There you can find the best selection of team jerseys, hats, t-shirts, and more. NBAStore.com, every team, one store. Millsap completes the three-point play. We talked about how the Utah bench has to respond. Millsap, Korver doing their part so far.
Well, we keep saying right now it is 10-0 for the Utah Jazz. Now, anytime that they get 20 or more, they're very difficult to beat in this building.
Scola with the 17-footer. Mutombo with 2 fouls. Back for the Rockets.
The Utah Jazz are doing a terrific job. Anytime that Houston dribbles the ball to the foul line, they leave their feet and they're trying to make diagonal passes. They've intercepted 2, and they've deflected a number of others.
Mutombo didn't see the pass coming. Here come the Jazz.
There it is.
Harpering from Williams. And a turnover.
This is a situation in these games that have been close that Houston has won. People are saying, what's wrong with Utah? That's what has been missing. The transition fast break game. The steals are down, and then the shot blocking is down, and then they are not converting in the open floor.
A team, the Jazz, that scored 106 points per game in the regular season, fifth in the league. Only 86 a game in this series, but on their way to a big number tonight as Korver buries the three.
Everyone is saying the closeout baskets have not been there. We're dealing with the second best shooting team, and then in this series they're only shooting 44%. But they move so well without the ball, and the passing is right on the money tonight.
If you missed the earlier games, Cleveland defeated Washington 105-88 to win that series as McGrady knocks it down. The Atlanta Hawks defeated the Boston Celtics 103-100 to force Game 7 in Boston on Sunday. Dearman Williams and the Jazz are playing right now like they want nothing to do with the Game 7 in Houston. Alston, and count it, and a foul.
Now, once again, an excellent call. And they play together as a team. It's always beautiful to watch in this league.
So Cleveland will play the winner of Boston and Atlanta in the next round. Boozer making the jumper, 9 for Boozer.
Now, I like the fact that Boozer stayed with that. When he went to the basket, he got hit pretty good on that shot block, but he did not give up on the play.
Boozer answering the challenge. 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists already. McGrady really doing a good job tonight getting into the paint. 17 for Tracy McGrady.
We're seeing his total game. He's opened everything up tonight. Off the dribble, he's just been unstoppable.
Hubie, do you know that McGrady, Alston, and Scola have 33 of the Rockets' 34 points?
Well, we tried to bring that out earlier. Everyone else must get involved here. And unfortunately, the Battiers, there's no shot attempts because there's very little kicking out. Why? Because the Utah players are playing that passing lane to the corner.
McGrady defended by Kirilenko. And a foul on the floor against Kirilenko.
Dan, there's nothing you can do when an offensive player with McGrady's reputation backs you down in that type of a situation.
McGrady's been great, but the Rockets are still looking at a 16-point deficit. Here, at one point, got to a tie for top spot in the Western Conference right near the end of that 22-game winning streak. Wound up the 5 seed playing the Jazz in the playoffs for the second year in a row.
You give a lot of credit to Rick, and I'm happy that he came in high in the Coach of the Year award. Because you add to that, McGrady missed 16 games, Yao 27, and then when you say this team won 55 games.
Kane, remember he missed the first 2 games with a pulled hamstring, so Bobby Jackson had to start. Alston will hobble off the court.
Now this is a major loss, not just because of the fact that he gets you 16 points a game in this series. The main thing is he's your team leader, and it takes the pressure off of Tracy McGrady so he doesn't have to handle the ball all the time.
Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Step back jumper, Dearman Williams. Rebound McGrady.
Get something here. You got to get something here.
Going all the way. He got something.
Now, we have seen him open up twice here in this first half. I mean, this is something that you rarely see him do. He'll usually walk the ball up in that situation. He's attacked twice now and scored twice.
21 of their 38. And again, 3 players, McGrady, Scola, and Alston, now injured. 37 of their 38. Another rebound for McGrady, his 7th.
The wire that we showed you with Rick pleading, we're only down 16.
Oh, boy.
All of a sudden, here they come since that timeout.
Led by Tracy McGrady. A toe on the line, they are saying, I believe. Now they're calling it a 3. A 3 for McGrady. 24 points already. And Hubie, they've got it down to single digits.
Well, he's opening up. He's making himself felt. He's also helping out on the rebounding. But he is in a beautiful offensive groove.
Higher than his regular season scoring. We mentioned Houston's played well in this building. We asked McGrady this morning why.
We hate their fans. We really do. We hate their fans, and you know, we hate how everybody say this is one of the toughest places to play, and we just like to prove people wrong that we can win in this building. Although we're a young team, but I think we got a bunch of young guys that are not afraid.
I got to give him points for honesty. The Houston Rockets, he says, hate the fans here in Utah.
Yeah, very strong, but he's come out and backed it up. He has 24 points, 7 rebounds.
So you wouldn't know it to see his performance so far tonight. He showed us that left knee after shoot-around this morning, and there was a lot of fluid in there, enough that he had to have that knee drained after Game 5. And again this afternoon, back at the team hotel, when I saw him in the locker room before the game, I said, how's the knee feel? He said, good enough, and obviously he was right.
Well, Mutombo with foul trouble early, cost him most of the first quarter. Alston with an injury has left the playing area. Houston led by McGrady trying to hang in. Oh,
now that's the second time on that move. It's the second time he's been there by himself. The first time he just missed one, it rolled around and out. But he is spinning to the baseline and catching the defender, thinking he's going into the paint.
28 overall from McGrady. Boozer lays it in at the other end as he goes into double figures.
Pick up on that. Most big guys would have just stopped or slowed down.
Kirilenko driving and has it blocked. Dikembe Mutombo.
Mutombo's playing big. He and Kirilenko are blocking shots at both ends of the floor.
Battier wide open, and we got a brand new game here in Salt Lake. Kirilenko, no!
Look up, look up!
Jackson didn't want to risk it. And Kirilenko with a hard foul. What unbelievable effort and intensity on the last couple of trips.
Now, all of these loose balls, just keep it on. Watch Bobby Jackson dive for this. Now, he beats everybody in this scrum. Then you have 3 guys go head first. Now, you could have called a loose ball foul. How about this? Kirilenko got hit in the head there. That's why he is so upset that in the ensuing dribble down the floor, he was going to foul Bobby Jackson.
Utah at the Lakers if Utah wins tonight. But the 1 o'clock game confirmed as Jackson's miracle shot drops in.
How about Scola getting that rebound off the missed foul shot? In this series, he's averaging a shade under 4 a game. He kept it alive, and this is just a great finish by Bobby Jackson.
Utah at one point, UB led by 19, 46-27. Jackson can tie it right here. Missed 3. Scola took 2 Utah players down to the floor with him, but it's Scola, I believe, getting called for the foul.
Yeah.
5-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Darren Williams using the screen.
Plenty of time here.
Battier looking for the foul, doesn't get it. Williams would have counted. What a first half, UB, here in Salt Lake.
Well, we said right at the get-go on the opening tap, both teams came out with a ton of energy, excellent game plans, and we saw some highlight basketball.
Going to be a terrific second half with so much on the line here to Game 6 in Salt Lake as we go to Lisa Salt. Over Mutombo, and McGrady comes down with his 8th rebound.
Now the key for the second half for Houston, you must hold Utah to 1 shot.
An assist for McGrady on the bucket by Scola.
Dan, anytime that he puts the ball down on the floor, something good happens. Either he scores, he gets an open shot, he gets fouled, he goes to the line, but then his passing has been beautiful.
And he has put the ball on the floor a lot more than he has settled for jump shots tonight. Darren Williams knocks down the 3.
One right before the half, and he comes out looking for it to start this quarter.
10 points, 5 assists for Williams. Kirilenko with a block. Williams on the run out over Battier, who blocks it.
Great block. Now, that is not by accident. Shane Battier, for his size, one of the best shot blockers we have in the league. Plus, he never gives up. He'll run a guy down in the open floor.
Kirilenko and Battier, 2 great defenders on the wing, trading block shots. McGrady a miss. Mutombo fumbles the rebound out of bounds.
Right here, this is a strong move and a great shot block by Kirilenko, his third. Now right here, this is a terrific move by Battier, cutting Darren Williams off and then also getting up and getting a piece of that shot.
Extra time. Jackson passes up the jumper, gets inside. Kept alive by Mutombo. And the three won't go down for Battier. Mutombo again. Jackson for three.
Wow, they needed that and Jackson needed that. He's been struggling. We know.
Back to Williams, shot clock at 8. He's calling for a screen. Shot clock at 4. He'll put it up and knock it down.
Now that was a great read of the defense. Now keep an eye on this move. Now just watch. See, he fakes and he steps back behind the screen, but he has confidence in the long-range shot tonight. Able in the series to make the three-point shot.
McGrady to the open man. Jackson for three. Houston 2 out of 13 this quarter. McGrady for three. Okoro another rebound.
Now they're getting good looks. But the old story in basketball is when you're missing the long shot, you go to the basket. You got to try to get in the paint, get fouled, get to the foul line to break and get off the schneid.
It was a 4-point Utah lead at the break. It's 12 right now.
Oh,
15 right now.
Darren Williams has 4 threes. That is the 7th three made by the Utah Jazz.
And in the last 2 games combined, they only made 2. Good defense there by Williams on Jackson.
Yeah, there's a lot of body contacting on dribbling. Plus the dribbler using the forearm.
Okoro another rebound. A run out for the Jazz. 4-on-2. Great look to Boozer. Battier with a block.
Terrific pass and a great block by Battier.
He's breathing hard right now, but so are a lot of guys out there. This game has been played with great intensity from the moment it began. Aaron Brooks is in now for the Rockets, as is another rookie, Carl Landry. Williams again!
Hey, you're not stopping him. He's on fire, and you've got to close him down. You close him down, he's going to go past you, and he'll be in the paint in a heartbeat.
What McGrady was to the game in the first half, Darren Williams has become here in the second half. A 19-5 burst out of halftime for the Jazz. What a story the Atlanta Hawks have been in the first round of the playoffs. Utah back up by 18. Darren Williams with 4 threes this quarter for McGrady off the glass.
The way things are going right now, you can't make a shot. This guy has got to become selfish.
A nice pass and a great catch by Chuck Hayes before laying it in. Throughout nothing, no points. Some rebounds, some assists, yes, but no points in the third quarter. Brooks, no.
They're disciplined. They know when to back out and run the clock.
Open man, Brewer for three.
Now that is his first make of a three in the series.
Just 22% from beyond the arc during the season. Utah 9 out of 16 from three. Brooks a miss. The third quarter comes to a close.
28 points in the first half, 0 in that third quarter. What adjustments did you guys make on him?
Well, we really haven't done anything. I don't think they've gotten him the basketball, you know, and if he gets it, he's going to score. He's done it all night long.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And Tracy McGrady, Lisa, 0 for 4 in that third quarter. 10 for 20 now in the game. A 20-point lead for the Jazz as we go to the fourth.
Here, they love his style of play. He can score the ball for you. He can defend and he can rebound.
Making life tough on McGrady right now, and there's the foul.
They'll continue to bang you around. Now that's why I said at halftime, Houston, 21 foul shot attempts, because they put the ball on the floor and attack the rim. But what they're doing there is they're wearing them out. They just keep switching defenders, and they take the foul. They'll give you the physical punishment and see if you will keep attacking.
McGrady still scoreless in the second half. In the second quarter, the Rockets actually went on a run to close the first half. Price lost it. Houston's got it. Jackson cross-court look. Novak for three. One of the best shooters around. He's young. He's not a great defender, but if he gets open looks, he's going to knock him down. The penetration, the kicks, and the open looks.
But they need his direction. They need his direction to beat you off the dribble. They also needed him at the defensive end of the floor. He is your guy that makes things happen, plus he shoots a high percentage. He had 16 points a game in this series, and they miss him, no doubt about it.
It was a 4-point game at the half. It's the Jazz by 22. McGrady takes the bump and will finish. It's Harpring again. 31 for McGrady as Harpring commits the foul.
What I like about that is that Tracy McGrady, watch the push. See, he used that forearm, mainly because Harpring is bodying him up. He's got his hands off, but he's bodying him with his upper chest. And Tracy just used that lead arm to get the space that he needed to get the shot off.
.32 for McGrady.
Goes back down in and he posts up. But they're looking on the other side for the screen and the curl move. That's what they want on the opposite side of the floor.
Harpring with a jump hook. Soft touch.
And they got it cooking now. Everyone's playing loose. Everyone's playing physical. That's their style of play.
26 points off the Utah bench. Millsap, Harpring, Korver, and Price. McGrady, 34.
I'm just wishing that this would have happened in the third quarter.
And now with the news this week, how many of those 200 coaching changes has Larry Brown been involved in the last few years?
And listen, Larry Brown is going to the right place.
Yes.
He's an excellent teacher. He'll do a terrific job in Charlotte. He's done a magnificent job. Everyone just keeps coming back to New York. Well, let's look at all the other franchises that he turned around and put them all in the playoffs.
No question. 37 now for McGrady, almost half of his team's points. Williams, a monster third quarter, playing well again here in the fourth. 22 points on the night, 15 of them in the second half, the lead back to 20. Jackson on the drive.
Well, see, he's going to pass that shot up because he's 2 for 10. He's now 2 for 11. Now, Bobby's trying to make things happen, but he's just having a difficult evening.
They miss Austin here in the second half. Novak hit him in the side of the head. Deep contested three, and a push on Harpring. The whistle coming late. Number 5 on Harpring.
I thought you were going to reach out and shake hands with Tracy because he took it only a few steps away. Wow. I mean, we're talking about distance. Now keep an eye as he goes up. You're going to see the hit right there. He takes him out with a body. I like the fact that Harpring was on. He did an excellent job. Jerry Sloan just substituted Kirilenko. Now they'll come with another look. So Tracy's had 6 different guys pick him up in the course of this game. They've all bodied him. They've all hit him hard on the dribbles. And on any time that there was a time to try to prevent him to put him on the foul line, it was a hard foul.
McGrady with 39 has played 38 of the 41 minutes in the game.
How about the 12 rebounds and the 10 rebounds and the assist? The guy has just been all over, and he's trying to do it. He's gotten to the foul line for his team now. He has attempted 15.
Okur muscles his way inside. 16 for Okur.
Can't stop them. That's the problem. They can shoot, miss the shot, get the rebound, and score.
6 in double figures for the Jazz, including Harpring and Korver off the bench. McGrady misses the 3. Scola comes up with a loose ball and draws the foul. Scola about the only other viable scoring option right now for the Rockets other than McGrady.
Well, when you think about this game, Just look at all the players that suit up for Houston. Only 2 guys have more than 2 field goals, and that's Tracy McGrady as well as Scola. No one else has been able to put together any kind of a contribution.
Scola really making his mark in his rookie season in the NBA, 28 years old from Argentina.
Houston Rockets a year from now are really going to be a handful because Scola now has found his footwork in this league. Then you have Yao, then you have also McGrady, and then all of these other young players that are getting major experience.
Now, people look at this different ways. Let's recap his playoff history as a very young player in Toronto, swept by the Knicks back in 2000. With Orlando, lost in the first round 3 straight times, twice with Houston entering this year. McGrady has never been on a team that's been a top 4 seed, although this is the second time as a 5 seed they have had home court. And as we mentioned, Hubie, for the most part, he has raised his numbers in the playoffs compared to the regular season. Some people think he's done all he can. Some people think some or most of those defeats rest on his shoulders. You really can't get a consensus. Basketball fans will argue about this one all day long.
Yeah, the coaches are going to look at it and say, okay, how come they never put up how many points, rebounds, and assists he had in all those series? And then what about the rest of the team? It's a 5-man team plus the bench. You have to have the bench. Now, tonight, they needed their bench to step up. They're 4 for 19 playoff for the Utah Jazz.
And you can be pretty certain as Novak knocks down another one. It's a long 2. I'm telling you, this guy can shoot with anybody in the league. He's just got to find some minutes.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, he was moving in the air that time, moving to his left.
Getting back to McGrady there, in some circles, he will probably be praised for his performance tonight in Game 5, and in others, he will probably get skewered again, like he has in other series, as Kirilenko slams home the beautiful feed from Boozer. It'll be a fun series.
Yes.
San Antonio, New Orleans, the other Western Conference series that begins tomorrow night. Luther head. So whoever would have guessed when it came down to one last first-round series that had to be decided, it would be Boston and Atlanta. Never would have guessed that.
Absolutely.
Into the final minute. McGrady will finish with 40 points tonight, but another first-round defeat. C.J. Miles wide left. Novak. Now, win some 3-point shooting contest before his
unfortunately, outside of Scola, there was 0 help. The bench had a very difficult time shooting the basketball. So, consequently, where was the help to come from?
And that is all as the Jazz win Game 6 convincingly and move on to the next round to take on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets go home, losing in the first round again. 2 old friends, former teammates back in the 70s with the Chicago Bulls embrace at midcourt. Tracy McGrady, a 40-point night, but it was not to be for the Rockets as the Jazz win going away 113-91. 40 from McGrady. De'Aaron Williams leading a much more balanced Utah attack with 25, including 13 in the third quarter. Knocked down 6 threes tonight as the superb young point guard of the Jazz leads his team into the second round to take on the Lakers. Let's go to Lisa Salters standing by with De'Aaron Williams.
Thanks a lot, Ben. De'Aaron, you guys ended the game in that third quarter when you outscored them 27-11. What changed in that third quarter?
We just hit some shots, and we got some stops, and that's what we didn't do in the first half, and did a better job of in the second half.
And for you, 13 points in the third. For you, what were you doing differently?
Just shooting. I was looking to get my teammates involved a lot in the first half, and I felt that we needed to pick up the scoring a little bit, so I decided to be a little more aggressive. My shot was falling, so I kept shooting.
A great game by Tracy McGrady, but you guys kept him quiet in that third. What did you just say to him just now?
Man, I feel sorry for him. He ain't got out the first round, but as long as they keep playing us, I hope he doesn't.
You don't feel that sorry for him?
No, not that much.
All right, thanks and congratulations.
All right, anything you can do, bud, to get me out, I appreciate it. A 22-point win for the Jazz over the Rockets, 113-91 as Utah wins it in 6. SportsCenter is coming up next here on ESPN. David Williams and the Jazz are headed to the second round to take on the Lakers. It begins Sunday on ABC. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Hubie Brown, Lisa Salters, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Schulman, thanking you for watching and saying so long from Energy Solutions Arena here in Salt Lake City.